NikkiStar fam. Thank you so much for your patience. I have been fighting with StreamYard to get on here. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I do not know what's going on. I have been having a really bad time with StreamYard. Like, we've had like our ups and downs, but it's been like consistently bad. I don't know what to do. I am dating other streaming services. And thank you all for the ones that you have suggested. I am dating them. I just don't want to launch them yet until I'm comfortable. But this relationship is going to have to come to an end because I was fighting to get on here. I'm like on Reddit, everywhere. Like, the StreamYard takes forever to respond, but we're here, and that's what matters. Thank you all so much for joining me for Reality TV Chat. Hold on. Now that I'm finally in StreamYard, I'm going to push back my freaking Atlanta live. My God, today. Sorry, East Coast people. Lord. So sorry. I thought 4 and 6 was such a good time. I felt like it was like if people were finally home from work or just getting home, and I thought it was such a good time. But anyway, so I apologize if you are ready to watch my live for Atlanta at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. I apologize. I had to move it back. Please stay up. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Anyway, thank you all for joining me here for Reality TV Chat. So much has happened. I'm like, we have to talk about it. I might do another one this week. It depends on how Ciara operates. My God, today she has been lighting everybody in the Bravo verse up. Like, I just was looking at her while I'm waiting for Street Girl to get it together. I was just looking at her her threads, and she is still letting the chopper sing over there. Mother is activated. So I might have to do another one this week. It might just be one just dedicated to Summer House Child. Who knows? But yeah, we've been getting fed. Thank you, Ciara. So because that is like so intense, and because it's like actively happening and something that I might have to continue to cover, we are going to start with Miss Ciara, her burning everything down in a good way. Those bridges that she's burning need to be burned. So we're going to start with Ciara. Then we're going to get into NBC upfronts. And we're just going to deal with the Bravo shows that are coming back, not coming back, and some new shows. And then we're going to get into the recaps of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And we're going to end with the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. If you watch my Rhode Island recaps, I normally do them separate. This episode was a filler to me. It didn't really give me anything. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not really going to focus on give them like a whole live if I'm only have like 3 things to say. So that's the lineup. Let's get into it. So first of all, we're going to start off with Miss Ciara. Literally, I think on like Friday afternoon. She just decided, Friday afternoon for me, she just decided that she was done. Done protecting everybody, done acting like what happened to her didn't actually happen to her. And I am so freaking proud of her for that because, yeah, I feel like for me, somebody who has just started watching the show, just caught up on everything because of this drama, I've been waiting for this. And I don't know if she didn't do this because she didn't know that she would have protection. But I feel like now that she knows that Black women are on her side, I think she has a bit more confidence. And I love that. I'm like, get meaner, sister. Go farther. We got you. We got you. And I think she probably feels that protection now and is just on one. And I absolutely love her for it. So Miss Cece decided to let the chopper sing Friday afternoon, and let's get into the timeline. So Josh, the Roni stan, who absolutely is loving that Ciara chose his post to write this because he has been all over my timeline, elated that Ciara chose his post and pulled him into this Bravo nonsense. Anyway, Josh, the Roni stan, said former Real Housewives of New Jersey friend of Jen Fessler, was asked by Page Six about the Summer House scandal tonight and said this about Wes. Wes is the cutest, sweetest golden retriever puppy dog. He does not mean any harm. He didn't mean it. He's just trying to have a good time. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. Give him a break. And then the Rhoni stand says, girl. Now, this is Jen responding to the backlash that Wes is getting for his deceiving his friend group, sleeping with, supposedly his friend Kyle's wife, although they are estranged, they are still legally married, and also sleeping with a friend of Ciara's, former friend known as Amanda, aka Evil Penny Marshall. So Ciara then responds to this post and says, LOL, because they slept together. Baby, when she said this, I'm telling you, the receipts filled my timeline within seconds. The next thing was somebody responding with this. And Two Judgy Girl says she's joking, right, in response to what Ciara is saying. And CK Bravo posted this video. And I'm going to play the video for you. This is Jen Fessler and Wes hanging out somewhere, eating pizza with Jen's naked feet. So here is the video.
Okay, you two fucking hot messes. Let's go.
Tonight was a very special night. Tonight, we coined, what's your last name?
Wilson, but it's meant.
That's your last name? Wes Wilson? That's an unfortunate situation. But hold on, anyway, hold on.
Yeah,
no, it's fine. Wes Wilson, okay, whatever. But tonight, Wes Wilson became. Don't get carried away.
Sorry.
Okay. Tonight, Wes Wilson became, drumroll please. That's enough. Messy Wessie! Yeah, baby! We're messy as fuck, baby!
So that is from Jen's personal Instagram. She posted it. And guys, when I talk about people who attempt comedy and they do such a poor job of it, but because they're popular, they will get in comedy spaces and get opportunities that naturally funny and talented comedians do not get. That's what I'm talking about. Jen thinks that she's hilarious because she has a following. And it's never been funny. It's always been awkward. It's always been weird. It's always been cringe. It's never been funny. So anyway, that was posted in response to Two Judgy Girls saying she's joking, right? In response to Ciara's comment. And then the next thing was this. This is from Ciara. Bruncherlust responded and said to Ciara, ma'am, I beg your pardon. Ain't that old lady married? Oh, he got a type. Ciara wrote, that's what I thought. And the aerobics spread eagle emoji. So this emoji took off. It was everywhere on my timeline. Then KJ threw his hat in the ring and he posted this on his threads. Then he responded with this. He said, I'm sitting on the sidelines. Put me in, coach. This was his comments to Ciara. He was saying, I'm ready. Tag me in. I'm ready to do whatever. I don't know, drag Wes, whatever it is. He's ready. And it's so funny that Wes brought KJ into Summer House and KJ instantly became Ciara's little brother and said F Wes. Then he also wrote this. He said, friends are this was before everything happened. He wrote, friends are like family to me. So just, letting everybody know where he stands. Then everybody starts digging. So now everybody's all over Jen Fessler's Instagram. And then we see this post. Let me remove my Vienna. this post is from Jen Fessler, and this is her anniversary post to her husband. She says, "Happy 27. You could sleep with Wes or Amanda, and I'd still stay." Jen, why are you involving yourself in this? This is so crazy. So people have found that, and they started sharing that. Then they also found this, which is Jen just posted some picture. I think it was with her kids. And then Wes writes, "I love you so much." And this is in Jen's Instagram comments. And this is still there. I don't know if she's deleted it by now, but when I went to go look, it was still there. Wes writes, "I love you so much." Jen responds, "More ways and always. Wes, more ways and always, my love." Okay. Then we see this picture of them from Watch What Happens Live. Then there's another picture of her and Wes. She actually posted this on her Instagram. Wes wrote the first picture, Jen, because it was a collage of pictures, and this was a picture of them. And he wrote the first picture, Jen. She writes, "It's my favorite. We messy, my love." Okay, girl. Then she posts another picture of Wes, and she this is crazy. This is so crazy. She posted another picture of Wes, and she says, say something bad about Wilson. I dare you. Wesling Conrad with your gold hair and your golden heart and your golden dingaling. I added that in. It's impossible not to adore you. Ciara, you are messy, girl. Keep going. Then Jen, she does an interview with Page Six, and she says, this is from Bravos and Cocktails, but this is actually a clip from an interview that she did with Page Six to talk about what had just happened. And Fessler, who has been married to husband Jeff Fessler since 1999, exclusively told Page Six on Friday, in real time, y'all, "It's flattering that anyone would think someone who slept with Ciara Miller would be interested in sleeping with me." Reps for Miller and Wilson did not immediately respond to Page Six request for comment. So this thing has just been getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then Jen writes this. She writes, "In all seriousness," and this is on her Instagram story, "in all seriousness, and while I can't help but be a little flattered, it's not nice, nor is it okay to post something categorically untrue and defamatory on social media, regardless of whatever rumors or apparent evidence led you to that conclusion. That is the definition of libel. If it were true, I would have no recourse. Because it's a lie, this can get more complicated. Having said that, I hope that we can rectify this. It's enough now." Here's the thing. You could have just said, "I'd never slept with Wes. I don't know where that's from." Now you're threatening that you may just sue Ciara. Wes also wrote this on his Instagram stories, and he says, "News to me" at Jen Fessler, and he posted this confused meme. What's funny about this is that when there were rumors that him and Amanda were a little something, right? He never said anything until they posted that joint statement 2 months or so later. But when this happens, you got something to say right away. And everybody was picking that up. Everybody was just when Ciara was going through it, right? When people were speculating that you were sleeping with her so-called friend Amanda, you had nothing to say until you released that joint statement. But on the same day, Mama, can you turn that down? But on the same day that you find out this information, you are able to make a statement that quickly. Interesting. So you can speak up when it's time to speak up, but you only do that for the people you actually care about. And one of them has never been Ciara. Moving on. Well, that's what I'm about to talk about. So after Jen wrote that, the whole thing about libel, Ciara wrote this. LOL. And this is a meme from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And this is Lisa Barlow when Jen got arrested and she was in the passenger van and she was saying, I'm shaking. I'm physically shaking. Ciara wrote LOL. So here's my thing. Again, I just binge watched this show. So maybe I feel like I know Ciara, but I just feel like she would not have said that had she had not had like proof, right? We will get into it. So after all of that happens, Ciara then responds with this, right? Because now that, you know, it's getting really bigger and Jen is threatening to sue. This is what Ciara wrote on her threads today. She wrote this. She says, don't F with me. And then she also wrote, me watching people back down. So I guess she's saying that Miss Jen, who was going to sue, all of a sudden is not going to sue. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I'm going to keep you posted because Ciara is keeping us updated. She is not playing around, and I absolutely love it. Now, you're just like, where did all this come from? What made Ciara even respond like that or say something? Because I never saw the interview, so I just read what was written, but I'm like, where did this actually come from? Well, let's watch the interview together because this little 1-2 got Ciara heated. Here is the interview.
Ready?
Okay, you two fucking hot messes. Let's go.
Today,
Yeah, sorry. Let's get rid of that. Remove that from the studio. Put that on my own mama. I look fly. Here it is. I'm sorry.
on this one.
No, I mean, listen, I have a lot of takes on the Summer House scandal, but Ciara should just thank them. Write them a thank you note. You know what? Better to know now.
I love Ciara. Everybody loves Ciara. She's impossible not to love. But I also love West Wilson. I think he is the cutest, sweetest golden retriever puppy dog. Love him.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I called him the Timu Benson Boone, but that's okay. It's not that I don't like him, but I just feel like, you know what? It's okay. She's better off, and it's fine.
He does not mean any harm. He didn't mean it. He's just trying to have a good time. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. Give him a break. West.
So here's the thing, Jen. You should have just minded your business, especially if you know that you have some type of history with this guy. You should have minded your business. But I think that Jen underestimated the power that Ciara had within the fan base. I think she felt like West was more popular, and maybe she just did not know that Ciara had motion, because the stuff that is coming out about these two people, or that has come out, is absolutely crazy. We are not done. We are not done. There is more proof. Let's get into it. This is, well, alleged proof. This is from a podcast that was speaking about the West and Ciara situation.
Mom sees West.
I don't want to do the things with
I
them.
think lots of people do.
I cannot say who, but I do know a housewife who did the do with him. I will not. I cannot say it. I will narrow it down to it was East Coast.
I know it's Jersey because you know Jersey.
I know all of them.
Whatever. So showing off.
Okay. That's one clip. And then we have this, and it could not be Jen, right? But everybody is just compiling information together. And this is from West's own mouth. So, you know, we know he's a liar. So,
older gal?
Well, not like dated.
Well, have you ever been with an older gal?
Yeah, it's actually, yeah. One's kind of steep.
What?
The age is, it was like one-time thing.
Okay. How old was she?
Say she was very old.
How old was she? Was she over 50?
Yeah.
Was she over 60?
No, not over 60, but like a high five.
Okay. High fives.
High five.
And was that a pleasurable thing for you?
It was weird.
It was weird.
But that's like what is pleasurable.
Okay.
Weird.
So here's the thing, Jen. I don't know if you saw that, but I feel like even if you didn't, if you've seen it now, back out of there, right? Back out of there and stop defending this dude because he is talking about a sexual experience with you. He's calling it weird, talking about it as like to put like a notch, a feather in his cap. It wasn't, it was something you shouldn't have been doing if you did, but it's also like, how could you not feel humiliated after this is how he is talking about you? Also, I think that Jen is really trying her best to make sure this doesn't get out and like trying to knock it down on every hand because she is still married. Her husband are still happily married. So this right now is just not a good look for her. And the receipts are receipting. I'm sorry to say, girl, this is just, and it seems like this is like an open secret. It seems like this is something that everybody in the Bravoverse knows. And I think everybody in the Bravoverse knows because of West. I don't think that Jen was telling people. I think if she told anybody, it probably was Marge, right? Or Jackie, because Jen and Jackie were on Watch What Happens Live. And I think Andy said something like name a guy that you would be with or something within the Bravoverse. And she said, I forget the name of the guy that she said, but Jackie spoke up for Jen and said Wes. And Jen was like, no, I wouldn't say Wes. And Jackie was like, oh, I thought you would have said him. So it's like, I'm not saying that this happened, Jen. I'm just saying when you start putting all these receipts together, it's looking like something probably did. And to that I say, I am fine with New Jersey picking up them cameras. Because if this is going to be a storyline, let's watch it all happen and play out, especially if she's going to be a friend of. I don't know if she's going to be a friend of Andy, but if she wasn't, you should make her. Because let this be something that we follow, because now I'm interested in Jersey. My God, today. So moving on from that, after Ciara lit threads ablaze, we then find out, before we even get into that, she's also like, Ciara doesn't care. She's over it. She's done playing nice. She is retweeting stuff like this. And this is from Lex Nico. And it says, if I send this to you, I'm about to lie straight to your face. Ciara retweeted it. Mother does not care anymore, and good for her. Also, she's soaring higher than she's ever been. Good for her. She is now, this is from our good sis Coco. She will be one of the hosts of After Sun. This is from Love Island USA. It says 2 hot new bombshells are about to enter the villa. Ciara Miller and Tefi Pessoa are officially hosting After Sun for season 8 of Love Island USA. New season's arriving June 2nd on Peacock. Congratulations for Ciara. Before I get into my comments, let's just get into this. And this is also posted by that that news organization that I hate. But the reason why I posted this was because my first thought was just like, so what's going on with Summer House? But here we have it. It's an exclusive. It says Ciara Miller will be on Summer House next season, despite Love Island gig. And this is an excerpt from that article. It says sources close to the series tells TMZ Summer House goes into production in July, specifically on July 4th weekend. So Ciara will be back from filming in Fiji alongside co-host Tefi Pessoa in time to hop on the jitney to the Hamptons. So I don't know if there's going to be any overlapping, but she is going to be booked and busy this summer, and I am so happy for her. What a year. I will say this. I felt like Peacock could have did more. You know what I mean? When this all happened to Ariana, and I will say this was very big, like Sandoval was very, very big, right? So was Summer House. So this whole Summer House scandal is extremely, extremely huge. And I'm just like, I think Ciara should get that same treatment. Becoming, not only being the host of After Sun, but sharing that position. Nobody watches not the majority of people that watch Love Island don't really watch After Sun, right? Like they do not watch it so much that Peacock had to add it as an episode so that people could be tricked into watching it. It's basically watch what happens live for Love Island. So nobody's like really interested in it like that. And I'm just like, she couldn't host like Love Island games. I just feel like Ariana's already hosting Love Island USA. Y'all do have another spot. Why can't she have that spot? And no shade, I didn't think that Ariana did a great job on the games. You know what I mean? Give her a break and let her, breathe and run her sandwich shop. Let Ciara have that opportunity. She's proven that she can do a great hosting job. She was at the Met eating it up, and she's been at the Oscars. She's been in every award show. She has a much better resume than Ariana, and she has a huge scandal, if not bigger or on the same level. So having her do a split hosting position with After Sun, in my opinion, is not good enough. They gave her crumbs when she is literally carrying the show on her back. They gave her crumbs, not enough. I'm not saying she don't accept it. Sis, get everything out of them. But this right there, I was like, this is why I'm not reviewing that show. Because my God, today. She's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, absolutely. But it's just like, we saw what you guys can do when one of your main cast members is wronged on the show, right? And becomes the storyline. We saw what you guys could do. Yes. We saw what you guys could do. Why isn't that happening here? I wonder why. I'm good on that show, y'all. They when people show you who they are, believe them. Every freaking time Love Island drops the ball concerning race and gender as well, but race is their worst violation. And I'm just like, that ain't enough for me. But go ahead on there, Ciara, and kill it. But they could have gave you more. And you deserve more. That's all I have to say about our girl, Cece. What is this? Oh, that's for the NBC upfronts. That's all I have to say. Let me just make sure I showed you all the videos for this because I have other videos, but that is for the upfront. Okay, I got everything. That's all I have to say. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Magic in the Hamptons, what's up? Magic in the Hamptons said, so excited for this live. My husband is out of town this week, which means I can put NikkiStar on the TV, period. Not me on the TV. I know that's right. Switchy said, hey, NikkiStar and fam, I feel so bad for Joe Ellen. That behavioral camp must have been a horrible ruler is delusional. I'm so proud of Ciara. I may have to watch After Sun. Yes, watch it and support our girl, but my God, today. A split position, not even the main host, a split position. After she literally fed your entire network. That's not good enough for me. Eva Ripley said, hey, Nikki and Star fam, happy Monday. Ciara bought the petty and I'm not mad at it. Absolutely not. Standing behind her. Congrats to her for the After Sun gig. Can we get a cash shakeup for Beverly Hills? I'm tired. Oh, it's beyond time. It's beyond the time. My God, today it is time to move on. Hannah said, I love the Ciara is emptying the clip. Me too. I'm glad that I got this version of her, right? Had I jumped in earlier seasons, I don't think I would have, followed through with Summer House. It's just not as engaging until the cast just gets more diverse, and she really adds a lot to that show. But I'm so glad that I'm getting this Ciara. My God, today. Hey, El Boogie, how are you? El Boogie said, hey, y'all, and Nikki, happy Monday. Happy Monday. It doesn't even feel like a Monday. My God, today. Simone said, happy Monday, Star Family. Ciara, Money Miller, collecting checks this summer. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's up, Caroline? Alex said, happy Monday, Star Fam. I hope you all had a good weekend. Thank you so much. I hope you have one as well. Amirio said, hey, Nikki and Star Fam, I'm so excited for this team. Me too. Amirio said, I love that Ciara is ripping them a new a-hole. Absolutely. Yes, she should. She's been graceful for so long. And they keep on playing in her face. Yeah, let her do it. Let her do it. Magic in Hampton says Ciara also let it be known that she will be back at Summer House this summer, which I think means so will KJ and Mia because she wouldn't do it without them. I think so as well. And I feel like that this Summer House might be our Summer House Martha's Vineyard. I think Summer House Martha's Vineyard isn't coming back. So this is what we're going to get. And I think the show is going to probably revolve around Ciara because Kyle has the city. But I think that she's going to be like the main event as she should be. And I think she'll probably take Center Peach and they'll probably build Summer House around her. And I absolutely think that's a great idea. Hannah said, I saw Ciara's post Friday during your lives, but didn't want to disturb your live by adding it in the chat. Listen, I hopped on Threads and was like, yo, what's going on? Simone says Ciara dropped the bazooka Friday night. She absolutely did and did not care. And followed it up today with don't F with me. I said, oh, let them know, girl. Neglected said, I don't watch Summer House, so I don't know who Ciara is. However, I've been hearing her name a lot because of the buzz and opportunities. All I have to say is get your bag, sis. Absolutely. Absolutely. For Empathy said, I believe her. Too much evidence on Reddit. See, I haven't even been on Reddit. Child. Can I tell you, I feel like this Wes and Jen thing has been rumbling for a while, especially with the Bravo gossip pages, because the way everybody was dropping receipts within record numbers, I was just like, oh, y'all been wanting to talk about this. Y'all been wanting to say something. And now this is the opportunity to do it. Amaya said, Jen is thirsty. She just wants attention. And Wes left her out to dry like he does every woman he bangs so far because he addressed it for 5 seconds and went on about his weekend. Absolutely. That's what he does. That's what he does. Wes harvests women for their popularity or whatever he can get from them. Because I'm telling you, as soon as he slept with Jen, he told everybody that he could tell. Like he's literally social climbing with his penis. And I'm just like, women need to stop being so down bad because the way that he is able to social climb with his dingaling is crazy work. That is crazy. Like the men don't even got to be attractive. The men don't even got to be allegedly packing. Like they don't even got to be clean. It's just, come on, ladies, raise the bar. Raise the bar. Everybody is opening their clam to this guy. And of course, he's going to dive in because he wants opportunities. And women need to start realizing that. You have to start realizing that you are it. You're the birthday. My God, today. My God, today. These men are only getting where they're getting because they are harvesting you, because they are pimping you. I was just watching that Nature Boy documentary, and who the hell from the Star family recommended that documentary? I am traumatized. I am traumatized, okay? Like a young Vincent, I had to go in the bush and weep. That was some crazy mess. I'm not shocked because there's a lot of nut jobs on TikTok, and they have huge followings, but that was alarming. Anyway, he literally was using his wee-wee, getting ahead with women. Like all he had to do was pull it out and put it on the table, and women was opening up their doors to him, giving him everything. That's how he was surviving as a grown man for a very long time because of women. And then I guess when the women started closing up their clams and their wallets, he went over to men. But I'm just saying, like, I think because so many women have just, believe the patriarchy, they could not fathom that they are the star and these men are stealing their spotlight. You are it, sister. You are it. Nobody would know about Wes had it not been for Ciara. I don't even think he would have came back on Summer House. He was not interesting. But now he got with Ciara. He got with the baddie. Everybody was gagged that he bagged her. So now everybody's talking about him. Then he does like they always do. Hello, Klay Thompson. Get with the baddie, then play the baddie. Harm the baddie and be like, I'm the man. See what I was able to do? That's why I said, you better stop dating them ugly men. Date your type. Get onto something fine. Because at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, when that relationship falls apart and that don't work out, at least you got hunched by something fine. To think about getting played and then realizing that he was ugly, that's extra trauma, right? At least cut out the trauma. It's always going to be traumatizing dealing with the straight man. Cut out some of the trauma. Cut out the ugliness. They ugly, they dirty, they unemployed, they mean. Why the hell are you there? Yeah, it can't be that bad. Anyway, so he get with this baddie. Now everybody's talking about him. He break the baddie's heart. The baddie is crying over him on the next Summer House season. Now everybody looking at him like he the man. And they're looking at him like he the man because he got with Ciara. He was not the man before her, right? Then he gets with this geriatric woman. Baddie is a reach, but you know what I mean. He gets with her. Now everybody's talking about him because of her. They are not the stars. They are not important. It's you. You are the freaking star. When are you going to get it? He should have never been able to get puss. He should have never been able to get puss. That's crazy. That's crazy. Ciara's Kookananny should have always been a dream and a hope. It should have never been a reality. Let's wake up, sisters. Tamma, Ciara is a hoop. She absolutely is. Love her down. Love her down, child. Eva Ripley says, Ciara took the high road for so long. I'm so happy she got petty. Me too. I mean, it's great for us. Hello. Zora says, the way a white woman will jump in to protect a white man who is harming a black woman needs to be studied. Indoctrination. Indoctrination. Because the way they haven't burned this nation down after them files is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. They was in there abusing white children. White girls. It wasn't us. It was y'all. And y'all still voting them into power? Woo! Indoctrination. Indoctrination. Jen, you're too old for this. Obviously not old enough. She don't care. She do not care. I said, no, you're not. First of all, you cracking open them elderly married legs for this little boy. What is going on, child? Hannah said Wes must have told her that when he was high to get her back. Absolutely. Listen, I feel like the reason why Jen and Wes are not going to push this is because Wes is on the outs with everybody. And if he wants to push this and Jen wants to push this and act like Ciara is lying, I feel like everybody in Summer House is going to be like, don't even try it. You told us all, Wes. You told us all. And who was the guy, the pervy guy that survived cancer 3 times? Is it Jesse? I think his name is Jesse. He also knew because he was laughing and chuckling with Wes on Watch What Happens Live. So this is something they've all heard from Wes. So if I was Jen, I would shut it down. Shut it down. Thomas had all this over a mediocre man that looks like he doesn't bathe. Built like a Teletubby. And y'all losing your minds? Crazy. Crazy. Women need help. It is a 911. A Smeedy and Teletubby got y'all in y'all feelings like this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The devil is busy. L Boogie said, I don't know these people, but it sounds like this is a case of come outside. I just want to talk in that order. Absolutely. Hey, Crystal. Crystal said there's also the Watch What Happens Live last year where he admitted to sleeping. Yep. Maya said, I'm sure Wes told Ciara that he slept with Jen before they fell out and when they were still in a good place. I think Jen's husband knows and doesn't care. They just don't want it out there. Oh, I think so too. Absolutely, Art World. He absolutely bragged about it. That's how everybody in that cast knows. And the podcasters. Art World said Marge was too old. Back after getting dragged for saying Amanda wouldn't lose brand deals, and she immediately started losing them deals, child. Amaya said, I need reporters to stop asking other Bravo Lebs about the scandal in the first place. You know what? I have to disagree, because since that reporter asked Jen about that, we got this. I want them Bravo celebrities to keep on talking. Keep on earn your check. Earn your check. Keep on talking. Keep on talking. Amaya also said, if they want to ask the Summer House cast, fine, but why are they asking Jen to begin with? Listen, I don't know why. I'm glad they did. But here's the thing. They were talking to Marge. They were talking to Marge. Jen scooted her head in to the mic and was just like, yeah, Wessie. She did not have to say anything. She wanted to defend her man. She wanted to defend her man. Look where it got you, girl. Look where it got you. Amaya said Wes must have whip appeal or whatever Babyface was talking about. Wes plays nice guy, and that's what it is. I think so many women have just been done dirty by men that they think, hello, Klay Thompson, that they think that the guy who acts like he's the nice guy is the better choice. You're taking a risk with all of them, no matter what. No matter their personality, no matter their financial status, no matter their race, they are all the same kind of evil. You just have to find which one is less demonic. And sometimes you won't figure that out until you 10 years deep with his funny looking children. So it's a risk. Dating straight men is Russian roulette. It's Russian roulette. That's the best way to describe it, because women, we are, unfortunately for those of us who are attracted to men, are attracted to our oppressor. It's the worst dynamic. So you're trying to it's a terrible dynamic and you're trying to make it make sense. It will never make sense. It will never make sense. So just do what you can, girl. Do what you can. But it's because he was the nice guy. And that's what Ciara said that she missed the most about him. Ciara never said that he was fine. Ciara never said that she missed his whip appeal. She never said that she was lusting over that Teletubby body. She missed their friendship. And for her to realize that was just the lie, that he was playing her, that was heartbreaking, right? Because I think if anything, she entered into an intimate relationship with him to thank him for being a good guy. Women do it often, not blaming, right? I won't say we've all, but some women have been in a situation where a guy is just nice to us and you feel obligated to reward him for being better than the rest. And I think that that's probably what happened. Keep in mind, Ciara just turned 30. So we are watching this woman make very dumb decisions in her 20s. Let her. This is the time to do it. Unfortunately, it's being filmed. My God, today, if y'all knew who I was crying over in my 20s, funny looking, funny looking, sleeping on an air mattress. But that's the mind, right? That's the mind of somebody very, very young. Woo! Today, girl. Amaya said Jen Fester is on the New Jersey, good. Let's follow this, because Messy Teresa, she gonna get us the tea. Eva Ripley said, I can't believe I'm a Summer House fan now. Same. I really like that cast. And now I'm becoming a Summer House fan. And now Bravo is just like, oh, they're too old for Summer House. What the hell? I just became a fan. I want to see Lindsay act like she's not in love with Carl for another summer. For Carl. Do you think Wes will be back? I think Amanda is going to be exclusively on the city. I think it will be foolish for the both of them to come back, Wes and Amanda. If they do, I'm watching. I'm watching that nonsense. I think they might be contractually obligated for one more season. I'm watching that nonsense. Maya said, and I'm not watching Love Island or After Sun, no shade. What's shady about that? After what they put us through, I bind them up. Simone said, I know NBC stepped in and gave Ciara the biggest checks of Summer House and After Sun after she booked Dancing with the Stars. She's black. I don't know, child. I don't know. Because the way they played with her with After Sun, I thought, oh. Twice as hard to not even get half. Twice as hard to not even get half. And she actually has a freaking hosting resume. That other host don't do nothing, but she got TikTok fingers. Until there's racism, and all of a sudden she mute. Art World said if she had to share the position, the other host should have been Justine. But aren't there 2 hosts on After Sun? From what I've seen from After Sun, there's too many hosts. My God, today, why is there so many people for a show that nobody's watching? Let me stop. Let me stop acting like Ciara. Hey, Miranda. Miranda said, I didn't care for Ariana hosting games. Agreed. I think games should be hosted by a more athletic or strategic girl gamer. Love Island is for pretty. I will say this. Love Island isn't known for like charismatic host. So it's not like, the voiceover dude, the announcer has more charisma than the host. I think the host is just supposed to be hot and that's it. But I'm like, Ciara is hot, but she's also a really great host with a personality. She can do it. Twice as hard to not even get half. Hey, JJ. JJ said maybe they'll do Love Island games after this round of After Sun. Hopefully, I'm not doing Love Island regardless because trauma. Oh, yeah, they won't see me again. They won't see me. Shout out to the black girls that do the show. Ugh. Have fun. Landry, I left with a Landry. I can't. I left with a Landria. Camden said, I would normally agree with you, but Ariana got that job because she said Tom wouldn't watch Love Island with her prior to their breakup. Oh, I think that's the case as well. I don't think that she just but I don't think that that's the sole reason. I think it was a very smart move. Love Island USA was a popular show, but it still was not really doing UK numbers, right? And when you have a host that has this much visibility, it's very smart for you to put somebody like that on a show where you want to increase the visibility, right? Because that scandal that just happened, and you don't want to lose that audience. So you take somebody who is a sole fixture of that show and you put her on this show, and the audience who normally probably doesn't watch Love Island is going to come over there to watch her. So we have to be realistic about that. A lot of people are watching Love Island because they are watching Ariana. There are a lot of people who are watching Love Island because they're the Hitler Youth. But there also are a lot of people who are watching because of Ariana. We have to be honest there. She is some sort of reality TV celebrity in her own right. She's no Ciara. Kimberly, thank you so much for the super sticker. Cha-ching. Kimberly said, thank you, Nikki. Here's some money. I appreciate it. Hey, Vaca. Vaca said, yes, can we get rid of Erica who brings nothing on Beverly Hills? Child. I feel like he's going to bring that entire cast back. Snooze fest. But the white women keep on getting chance after chance after chance. Kirsten said, reality with Ali broke down the politics of each housewife, all are right wing, except Rosie, likely, which we knew, but Rula and Joe Ellen are hardcore MAGA. Ashley posted about gums. I am never surprised. And I need for us, people, I think I have like a large following of people here who are from marginalized communities. People from marginalized communities, it would be best for you to believe that the have-nots are evil until they prove otherwise. That is how we have to move going forward, because far too many of you, and I'm not saying this was you, Kirsten, but far too many of people from marginalized communities give the haves the benefit of the doubt. Why are you doing that? I'm assuming that everybody is evil unless you're a black woman. Those are the only people, black women and children. Everybody else, I'm assuming that you are daughters of Satan unless you prove otherwise. We gotta clock in. I'm not surprised that these white women from Rhode Island are Trump supporters. You think they were voting for a black woman? They are their ancestors. Hello. There are a lot of white people in America and people of color, child, who do not think that slavery was a bad thing. And they will fight till the death. They will sacrifice themselves to make sure that black people won't achieve anything. The America that we are living in, the things that you love about America is because of black American people. The things that you hate about America is because of everybody else. And they are working to actively take away rights from the people who are pushing America forward. We don't have health care because of racism. We don't have free health care because of racism. We have credit scores that are now that everybody who does not make a certain amount of money are being judged by because of racism. You pay for college because of racism. Everything that you hate about America is because the ruling class wanted to handicap the Black American community, because those enslaved people were never supposed to be this. And if they could go through all of that and still become this, my God, today, what are they going to do when we release all of the chains? That's it, guys. That's it. The haves are evil until they prove otherwise. Love Like You Are said, I think they should revamp Are You the One and make Ciara the host of that. That is superior reality dating show, and everyone knows it. Just give her all the money. I'm here for it. Give her all the money. Stick with us. Tefi and Ciara are close. Did you see the interview where they called Ciara friend Denisha? I did. I love Denisha. That was on Tefi's podcast. I think they'll be good together. They'll play off each other well. Oh, yeah. My comments is nothing about Tefi. I don't know who she is. My comment is that Ciara shouldn't even be on After Sun. She should be hosting one of the freaking Love Island shows. Y'all got so many. My God, today she can't be a single host. The only person with a freaking hosting resume. When they try to push us onto them plantations, I promise you I'm choosing to see. I promise you I'm choosing to see. I'm not fighting this battle. I'm not fighting this battle. Zora said, the way patriarchy has women thinking that we marry up more than men always marry up. Men always marry up. Didn't they used to put wealthy women in mental health institutions to get their inheritance? Absolutely. Absolutely. And they was giving them 1950 housewives lobotomies because they was all drunk and high because they hated their freaking lives. Ciao. Oh, Spency, don't worry. I'm just joking. But it was just like, I didn't know it was going to be like that. That was very, very, very scary. I watched the Hulu one, and now I'm watching the one on YouTube, which is so much better than the Hulu documentary. Let me get a couple more comments, and then we're going to get into NBC upfronts. Kimberly said Ariana won third in Dancing with the Stars before Love Island. Then she also secured Roxy in Chicago. Pretty sure her management fought for Love Island because she was a hella fan. Probably. And even if she didn't have to fight for it, she deserved it, right? I just feel like it made sense for what was happening. Business-wise, absolutely. She's no Ciara. That's my point. Amaya said Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is a bore because half those women refuse to be real. Cough, cough, Kyle. Kyle is never going to tell her business. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Like, she's like, oh, I showed you this. I showed you. You showed us the good. You never showed us the bad. And for some reason, they're going to keep her. Simone said, not too much on Tefi Nikki. She got a whole journalism degree and just went non-traditional. I don't know what non-traditional is. What that mean? But my comments about Ciara, I don't know the Tefi girl, so I'm not making any comments about her. Ciara doesn't need to share a position with her. That is where I'm standing with that. Ciara, who is literally the reason why the majority of us are watching Summer House, should not be splitting an After Sun position. She shouldn't even be considered for After Sun. They should have put all of their shows in front of her and said, what do you want to host? I don't know about Miss Seffi, and I hope y'all don't think that I'm like reading that. Is she a white woman? Because guys. Mecca said they should have given games to, but I don't know, Tuffy girl. I'm not saying anything about her, but Ciara should not be splitting an after sun position. She shouldn't even be considered for after sun. Mecca said they should have given games to Justine, especially after she came back and almost got the win. Side-eye tie. Ariana was not a good host for games. She was doing too much acting and not be, well, she's not a host, right? So, you know, I'm gonna give her a little break because I know she came out to LA to act and got stuck on that freaking reality TV show. So actress to actress, I'm gonna let her rock, right? She could not stand next to Ciara, y'all. And I don't care. I don't care how many of these white broads y'all love. I'm not backing down from that. They cannot stand next to Ciara. We gotta be real here. Give Me Shelter said, for people who don't think slavery is a bad thing or that the people went through it in the Bible, get on the plantation for a day and then report back. We don't care what racists don't care about, period. Period. Joe said, Are You the One was so good. What happened to it? I thought it was still on. Simone said, non-traditional means the usual network editorial route. Teffy is Colombian. Okay. Amen. Now y'all making me shade this girl. I don't even know her. Hey, B Wise, what's up? Magic in the Hamptons said there will be a large gap when a lot of cast leave Summer House to go in the city, and I hope they fill those empty spots with our Martha's Vineyards crew. Not that weird biracial. Not him. I want Black people with high racial self-esteem on that show. We've been through enough trauma. I don't want that. I don't want the Detour. It was his name is Amir. It was the craziest thing that he was like trying to tell us that he like looks biracial, and I'm like, no. Baby, you are full grown. Ain't nobody mistaking you for anything else. But I was just like, wow, how delusional. Like delusional. Okay. Kirsten said Tuffy is Hispanic, but she's woke from what I can tell. We went to high school together. I didn't know her, but we have mutuals. Oh, okay. Amen. Amen, Tuffy.
Nikki.
Cece Puede. Oh my God, did it start, Spenty? I did not see it. Let me know. Anyway, let's get into NBC Upfront. So also, while Ciara was burning everything down, NBC was having their upfronts, and Bravo released their new shows that are returning, new shows that they have created, and some of our faves are not returning. Let's get into it. So this is from Bravo. They said, Bravo breaking news, new shows, returning shows, summer premieres. Vanderpump Rules, Lisa Las Vegas. This lady must have some information about the Epstein files. The way she continues to get work with Bravo is absolutely mind-boggling to me. The shows don't be eating like that. Lisa Vanderpump has been ruling over Las Vegas Strip for years now, with 3 hotspot restaurants serving up chic cocktails, or chic cocktails in her signature whimsical settings. Now she is expanding her Vegas empire through the opening of her high-profile namesake hotel. In this limited series, we follow the behind-the-scenes dash to make the property worthy of Vanderpump brand. LVP shares that what inspires her newest enterprise and pulls back the curtain on the Down to the Wire drama. The series will culminate at the Vanderpump Hotel's lavish opening party with fan favorite Bravo celebrities celebrating their launch. Do we need a Lisa Vanderpump Rules Las Vegas? What do y'all think? I haven't watched the new Vanderpump Rules. I'm sorry, it was terrible. I was just like, I can't get into it. It was just very weird. And I kept on feeling like I felt like they were trying to make younger characters of the old cast that we loved. And I'm just like, it's just not going to work. I don't think Vanderpump is going to work because these people aren't friends. These people aren't broke. Like, it's just, I think it worked for that time. I think we need to do something else. I don't know what, but we need to do something else. Are y'all feeling Viva Las Vegas Vanderpump Rules? And here's the thing, Vegas is dying. So are we going to watch her close another restaurant? What is going on? What is going on? Are we looking forward to it? Do we need another? Let's talk in the comments. Next up, we have Secret Lives of Texas Wives. Everything is political. In the heart of Texas Hill Country is the picture perfect town of Bourne, where wealthy, beauty, faith, and racism and family reign supreme. Centered on a tight-knit circle of glamour women, this series follows their lives as they raise families, run ranches and farms, and manage sparkling social calendars in a town rooted in rodeos and tradition. Behind the polished smiles and Sunday sermons, however, there are intimate relationships and forbidden romances that test loyalties, marriages, jeopardizes the town's pristine image, and proving that perfect is far more complicated than anyone could imagine. If that demon was not the president, this show would have never seen the light of day. But because outward racism is now acceptable, here we go. Here we go. Bravo! The returning shows. Real Housewives of Rhode Island got a season 2, of course. The Bali Persian Style has a season 2. Are you guys watching that? That cast, I was never going to watch anything with that cast. I used to love the Child of Sunset, and then they got hella anti-Black. Wife Swap, the Real Housewives edition, season 2. I heard that was good. Below Deck, Down Under, season 5. Bravo was never going to part from Below Deck. For some reason, that show was a money maker. Married to Medicine, season 13. Amen. Southern Charm, season 12. Summer House, season 11. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 7. Top Chef, 24. Another show they will never back down from. Below Deck, season 13, of course. Real Housewives of Potomac, season 11. Roni, season 16. Real Housewives of New Jersey, season 15. Watch What Happens Live. Oh, Lord. Those are the renewed shows. The summer premieres are Below Deck, McBee Dynasty, season 3. What is that? Next Gen NYC, season 2. Premieres June 24th. Real Housewives of Orange County, July 9th. Real Housewives of Girls Trip, Roaring 20th, August 9th. That will be Nene's debut. And I'm actually kind of here for it. I want to see how that's going to play out, because if they keep at this Atlanta cast and, remove Kelly, drop Shamia down in front of, and bring Nene on, I think we might be cooking with grease. This is also from the Upfront. This is from CC Loves. During the NBCU Upfronts, a clip from the Summer House reunion was aired, which had Kyle talking to Ciara, Carl, Mia, and Ben huddled on the reunion stage. He tells them, I'm going to just tell you guys while we're here, the thing I'm more focused on is West's ease of lying. We know that he had a full-blown exclusive relationship since February of 2025. We actually have receipts. I have the video. We're going to play it here. If you're a replay gang, it might not be available. We will see.
He's going to cook with grief on Atlanta anymore. I don't think so.
Well, we're going to see. We are going to see. Here it is.
Is West's ease of lying. We know that he had a full-blown exclusive relationship since February of 2025. We actually have receipts.
Can't wait.
Okay, girl. So it seems like they're going to be feeding us this summer. We want to get a little bit of everything and some racism. So with Love Island and this Texas show. What do you guys think? Let's get into it. Amaya said NBC Upfronts gave us a little Summer House reunion teaser. It was good. Yeah, it was good, but I feel like I need Kyle to chillax. Chillax. Stop protecting that woman. She was so elated to see you getting embarrassed by the cast. She don't like you, brother. Let it go. Magic in a Hat said, Nikki, would you ever watch Southern Hospitality? I would love to watch you drag Emmy. Here's the thing. There is a lot of things happening with my community. And I'm just not the person I was before the 2024 election. And I just have to be honest about that. I like laugh and joke about that, but I just have to be honest that I have to be very careful about what I digest, knowing that what's currently happening and how dire everything is, because it's not fun. Like I don't think that watching a show like that will be healthy to me, because I know there's going to be a Black person on there being traumatized. I can't do that or take that on because I'm barely holding it together. So I need to, if I'm going to do this, I need to talk about stuff that I know that I could talk about and I know that I could handle. I've reached my limit with everybody and everything concerning this presidency, the people who got us here, and everybody's inactiveness to change it or fight back. So I gotta protect my peace. And that's one thing. Like that Texas show, absolutely not. I'm already praying for its downfall. So Southern Hospitality, I know it's racism on there. No. Love Island, I know it's going to be a racist bloodbath. No. Let the Hitler Youth have it. I just have to protect my peace. And watching those shows with racist white people tormenting Black people that will not get any justice. I need justice. If I'm going to watch stuff like that, I need the good guys to win. And I don't think that's going to happen. Amaya said, old Vanderpump ain't, and that had nothing to do with Lisa. No shade. You're telling the truth. You are telling the truth. That was a good cast. They were all awful. You know, that's why Ariana became so popular, because she was the only one we really liked. And then she had a little cheating scandal. But it was just a cast of broke, awful white people who, when they got drunk, made the worst decisions. And it was good train wreck TV. Now, I don't know what you're going to get. Yes, Be Wise, it was terrible for me. I was just like, I can't believe this made it to air. I can't watch this. Kaylee said, LMAO. I was about to say tourism is down in Vegas. I don't know how good the show. Yeah, the last time I was there, it's bad, y'all. I was like, how much longer do we have? Like, what are we going to watch? Those restaurants close? I may tune in for that. I don't know. Like, what are we going to do there? Vegas is not the party place it used to be. And they also had a huge international audience. Who in the hell is coming to America under this presidency?
And under these gas prices, it's too
exactly.
High. It's too high to fly.
Give Me Shelter said, why Texas? Why? Because they've always wanted to do a show like that. But because the social climate in America didn't allow that, now it's a racism free-for-all. And this is why Andy, when he does his little like liberal progressive posts, everybody's just like, shut up. Because you're saying all of this, yet you are giving the worst people a check. You're giving people who are voting away your rights a check. You're putting them in front of your audience and saying, hey, invest in these people while they fight while they fight to erase people like me. But that is the thing. I keep on saying
erase
this.
people like him too.
No, but that's the thing. They don't think it's ever going to be them because they got money. So he's like, I'm gay, but I'm rich first. And that's what it is. When they get into those positions, they are not their race. They are not their gender. They are not their sexual orientation. They are rich first. And that is all that matters. Until it happens to them.
Yep.
Until it happens to them. And that is the thing. Shout out to my my Pan-African teacher. Growing up in Philly was such a blessing. But we watched Schindler's List. And one of the moments in Schindler's List I never forgot was that the rich Jewish people stayed because they thought that they would be safe. And seeing those rich people like pull up their money and say and they did not care. They did not care. And so he thinks he's safe until he's not. That is why one of the best things that you can have as a human being is empathy, because it allows you to feel for people who do not look like you, who do not share the same situation, and it protects you from what's happening to them happen to you. But that's what it is. Like, it's a racism free-for-all now. It's a racism free-for-all. That's why those Republicans can laugh in those black voters' faces in Tennessee as they gerrymandered them out of power, because it's a racism free-for-all, and they do not think they will ever be affected. Kaylee, I don't know. Kaylee said, did they ever air Wendy's episode of Wife Swap? I'm not sure. Simone said Secret Lives of Texas Wives is inspired by the Netflix show Hunting Wives, which basically outs Republicans' hypocrisy. The show is really good. Now, are you talking about Secret Lives or are you talking about Hunting Wives? Because I do not think that this is going to be anything close to that. Because remember, the housewife shows are based off of Desperate Housewife, based off the show Desperate Housewives. These housewife shows have ran so far away from the origin of what actually worked. I don't think that this is going to be an expose on white women in the South. I think it's going to give really awful white people in Texas a platform. And that's extremely dangerous, in my opinion. Give Me Shelter said, well, we aren't obligated to watch your shows, period. I don't watch any LVP shows because our cast is always filled with macro aggressions. Yep. Justice for Faith. Art World said, I used to love Wife Swap. Me too. Remember when Jermaine Jackson swapped with a Baldwin? Jermaine is super OCD. Oh, who shocked? Who shocked? Shoni said that Texas show sounds like old beauty pageant queens and husbands that they hate. The only way that they can get me to watch is if one of them has a clearly gay husband. That's the only way I'm gonna tune in. BY said, was Beverly Hills mentioned? Are they on pause? None of the shows that are actively airing right now were mentioned. So, but is Beverly Hills ever? And also because Atlanta is airing, so they're not going to say that the show was renewed while it's airing. Beverly Hills just ended. They might be in negotiations for contracts. So we're not going to find out about Beverly Hills until later, and until much later. And then we're not going to find out about Atlanta until much, much later because it's actively airing. NC said, so only 2 shows of the people of color cast, the Valley Persian style. Do they consider themselves people of color? Because I remember watching Showers of Sunset and they all said they check white. NBC upfronts, more like MAGA upfronts. Ciao. Thomas said, after seeing this list of shows, I'm suddenly missing UPN thing. Our childhood was great. Amaya said, Big B Dynasty is hella Southern white men coded from what I've watched. Oh, I'll pass. NC said, the Valley Persia style was a decent watch. I actually enjoyed it so much, better than the original Valley. Oh, good. Zora said, Vegas was so boring when I went a little bit ago. It was a ghost town. And I'm like, Lisa built 3 restaurants there recently? I hope not. Amaya said West had a whole girlfriend. Khaled's absolutely right. Lindsay was wearing her tie on Watch What Happens Live to praise him. They call her Montana girl. Ciao. Give Me Shelter said the people who got us here were overwhelmingly non-voters. They are the biggest demographic of do-nothings but have the most complaints. But they don't emotionally or mentally reside in reality. Yep. BY said Vegas is expensive. I'd rather go elsewhere. It actually still is. And I'm like, how do you still have the same prices when ain't nobody there? Y'all keep on laying off people. Y'all need to drop some of them hotel prices. Because I was trying to go there for my friend Shanice, she was singing. She had a show. And we were going to go there. Those hotel prices were, especially for a weekend. I was like, $500 for what? And the tickets wasn't even that much. It was ridiculous. And I had a discount. Ciao. Kaylee said they gave a free tank of gas to San Diego to encourage tourism to go to Vegas. Baby, we ain't never going to make it. No. We're in the bad place, ciao. Oh, so Be Wise says that yes, they did air Wendy's episode of Wife Swap. Watch it on Peacock. I never saw it advertised after they said they pulled it. Simone said Honey Wives on Netflix is good. I do think you're right about the Texas racists. We'll get the spotlight. Pray it's a one and done season. We'll see. I mean, I don't got no high hopes, child. NC said, bringing back Southern Charm, whose ratings have been in the toilet for years, and now this Texas show over Martha's Vineyard in Miami. Oh my God, you just made me so angry. We're getting this Texas show and not Miami? Ooh. Fools. Here's the thing I will say about Martha's Vineyard. Y'all know I'm the one that's just like, that show needs to come back. I will say, I've talked to a few people, and here's my conclusion. The cast didn't like each other, right? So there's just no way the show is going to work. The sister that was the EP, I was really trying to get that show back because she was so happy about that show and just really happy to have brought that to Bravo, and they, they decided to do it. The problem basically was the cast. They didn't like each other. They became so difficult, and the audience was still getting to know them. So the cast pretty much ruined Martha's Vineyard. And then also the Martha's Vineyard model needed to be a different model because it is not the same as Summer House. So Summer House, they leave. They're only there for 2 days. And then they leave on Sunday and they go back to their lives in New York, and you get some clips of them in New York. That's how that show worked because they had some time to go. Martha's Vineyard didn't work because they were vacationing there for 6 weeks. So they couldn't go anywhere. And that just made them a bit more antsy. And it just didn't work with them not having anywhere to go. So if we're going to bring a show like Summer House back for Black people with all Black cast, it would have to be in a place that has the same kind of model that New York and the Hamptons have. I don't know if there's any other place. I mean, if you do it in LA, it would be LA and Palm Springs. But Palm Springs is, no shade, I love it, a geriatric neighborhood, a geriatric boys town. You know what I mean? It's not going to be too much going on there for the younger straight crowd. Well, I love me some Palm Springs, child. So it's like LA and Palm Springs. No. LA and San Diego, LA and Long Beach, I don't know, Philly and Jersey, I kind of actually might like that. Atlanta and South Kakalaki, I don't know how that would work, but that is the issue. It was the cast, and it was the fact that the Summer House model just didn't work for Martha's Vineyard. Stick with it. Said Bravo fumbled. Ladies of London, the new reign is good. A lot of people have been saying that. I might binge it this weekend. So Staff, what's up? Said there was no fun on Martha's Vineyard, and all these people was in relationships. Yeah. So Staff also says Martha's Vineyard wasn't good. Real Housewives of Miami is actually good, and they're on pause. We got a whole mug shot from Lisa. in their own polls. Dear Show Podcast at Nikki just casually mentioned Shiny. Oh, y'all knew that. If you watch my vlogs, you will know that's my girl. I'm so happy she and Ruben are doing the Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis residency. It sounds so good. I tried to go. Them Vegas prices was crazy. I want to see if I could go to another location, but Vegas was ridiculous. Ridiculous. But I've been hearing such good things about it. And I wasn't able to make it. Maya said Martha's Vineyard cast had zero chemistry and the location was not great. Also, Martha's Vineyard is old black money. And one thing about wealthy black people, they don't want you to know their business and they don't want you to know they have it. So I don't know how that was going to work. Let me get two more and then we're going to get into Rhode Island. WNC said, why can't black folks pretend for the money? Right? They're so selfish for this. I was rooting for them. We were all rooting for them. God damn it, Amir. Maya says, the funny thing is Martha's Vineyard cast became tired of being stuck together. Yep. But when Summer House did their COVID season, they were stuck together and that season was fire. Well, they wanted the money. Martha's Vineyard, they threw all that opportunity away. Oh my gosh, Karen, that is a fabulous idea. I don't know if Bravo would do it though. Maybe World of Wonder. Cameron Knight said, I would love for them to do a gay version of Summer House Fire Island. A great idea. Great idea. Kaylee said, no to San Diego as a person who lives here. Baby, the nightlife ain't there. And I love San Diego, but it's such a chill place. I'm going to end here with Social Seth. Social Seth said, I want to go see Mary J in Vegas, but I'm scared she won't. From what I've seen, don't look like it. Anyway, let's get into Rhode Island. So this trip that they were on went downhill very fast. Like, y'all took these classic Rolls Royce cars to this beautiful mansion, and then the next day you guys are having like this Sheraton Inn or Spring Hill Suites breakfast. I was like, where's the glamour? Where's the luxury? They all are like in their pajamas. It's their first season. We'll let it rock. But I was just like, this is the breakfast in a castle? I was just expecting something a little bit more elaborate. And then the fun event that they did was a water slide. An inflatable water slide. Liz was like, I'm too old for this. And I think she also wanted to say, I'm also too rich for this. Like, what are we doing? I expected, if you're going to be in a castle, I just expected some luxury. The luxury stopped as soon as they entered that castle. And I was just like, this is disappointing. I was just like, oh, this is the breakfast? And that Party City table cover, what are we doing? Liz was so annoyed. Because I know she was just like, this is our activity. Like, it's Rhode Island. Y'all couldn't have like breakfast on a yacht. Like, it was just crazy that this was the events that they were doing at the trip. I was like, oh, we started off so strong and yikes. So then we have this moment between Joellen and Alicia. They hang out separately from the group, and Joellen expresses to Alicia, she lets her know about her childhood and her mother sending her away to that behavioral camp really messed her up. But the way Joellen is talking about her mom, I'm like, she might have some issues, because she says that her mother thought that she was being promiscuous because, you know, she developed pretty early and sent her away to this boarding school to curb her behavior. But Joellen was just like, I was being accused of being promiscuous and I wasn't doing anything. So I'm like, was your mother under religious psychosis? Like, what was it? I feel like she's trying to tell her story without really dragging her mama. But girl, you brought us here. Let's finish it. We're going to see her mom later in the season, and something might be going on there. And I'm just like, if you don't want us to speculate, no, don't talk about it. Because I'm just like, I'm we're a very smart Joellen, and I'm putting two and two together, and I'm just like, well, what was going on with Mama? Because this really doesn't make any sense, and it really damaged her. Because every time she talks about it, it is just like, oh, you need some water?
Yeah.
My God, today. So it that really did something to her, and I feel so bad for her. But I'm just like, girl, you can tell it all, mention it all. It's your story. But that was a really intense moment. And I think we are just hitting the tip of that story. And I think there might be more as the season goes, but I feel like her mom might have some issues. So Rulala, she doesn't come on a trip. Like they're calling her and they're just like, girl, you want to come? We missed you and want to see you on a trip. And she's just like, no, I'm sick. I can't come. I can't make it. And they're just like, Rula, is every time we filming, Rula's sick. What is going on? And I think one or two things could be happening. One, Rula could just be like faking this sickness so she doesn't have to film with the girls because they're going to ask her about her husband. Or she can actually really be sick because this man is making her sick. Now, either he could be, doing something, putting something in her coffee to make her sick. It happens. Or it could just be how he is tormenting her that is actually making her sick. And oftentimes when women get away from these men, suddenly they get all the health issues that they have. Suddenly they don't have them anymore because either that man was intentionally making them sick or being in that relationship with somebody who is constantly abusing you, whether physical, mental, or spiritually, or verbally. It does affect your body. So I think whatever it is, it's that man. Her calls for not going on these trips is that man. And I'm like, I get it. I totally understand, but you signed up for the show. Show up to work. Show up to work. I will also say this. Joellen, let me go back to her. I hope next season, I hope that she has a storyline that actually is something that she can commit to, because I feel like they made her the voice of Rula's cheating husband, and it's just getting to a point where I'm like, okay, you starting to look messy, like Liz said, what's going on, sister? And you starting to look messy because she's like hanging out on her rooftop of the castle. She's like, and she shows the ladies that she, got this video of Rulala's husband, cozying up with his mistress. So she tells the ladies, and she's just like, this is what's happening. What are we going to do? And Rosie is just like, well, how did you get this? Because like, it's really weird now that you are always the one to have like all this information. And now you got a whole video. And Joella was just like, well, I asked for it because Rula asked me for proof. So I asked my friend to send proof. And my friend, who was the mistress's friend, sent proof. And Joella, it is very obvious that the mistress is trying to get on the show, and she is using you to do that. I don't think this is going to work in your favor much longer. So I feel like you just need to back out of this nonsense. I don't think that it is a good look. You look messy and you look like you're trying to harm Rula when you're saying, I'm just looking out for her. It doesn't look like it. It's just starting to look real messy and vindictive. And if I were you, I would back out of that. But I feel like this is your storyline now. So you're probably going to stick with that throughout the season. I hope you have an excuse for the reunion, because this is just a terrible look. Ashley is so odd, but like I said before, I think it works for this cast. You need a lighter character on this show, but she's too bizarre for these ladies. Like anytime that she does something that is like very normal for us who know Ashley, they're all like, what's happening? So Rosie is trying to explain to the group that, that just trying to get them to understand her a bit more. The problem is Rosie is deeply messy. And then when you respond to Rosie's message, you match her energy. Rosie, crumbles. All of a sudden now she's sick. She can't handle it. But it's just like nobody will come at you with that energy if you didn't poke the bear. So Rosie's constantly poking the bear, and Ashley is her only ally on the show at this point. So Ashley is taking on a lot of Rosie's frustration. So while Rosie is trying to express to the group why she is the way she is, and just basically trying to garner some sympathy and get the ladies to understand her the most, she starts getting choked up a bit. But Rosie's getting choked up just a bit. Ashley starts boo-hooing, bawling. And she's like, she just wants you guys to understand her. And Rosie, who was getting choked up, was just like, you okay? They were all like, okay, hold on, Ashley. But it's just this is, Bachelor Nation could get this. But these Rhode Island ladies were just like, what's going on? And Liz was like, she's crying. Oh my gosh, she's crying. And Joel was just like, no, she's not going to cry again. You're crying again. They were so annoyed that Ashley was having this moment. They were so bothered. But it's just this is Ashley. If you watch Ashley on The Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise and all those other shows, this makes sense. But I'm realizing that these ladies don't know her. So they're interacting with her. And I don't think that these ladies watch The Bachelor or watch her seasons. So they're interacting with her in real time. And she's so odd to them. They're because Joel was just why are you crying? What's going on? But if you know Ashley, this makes perfect sense. But I feel she is a character that is needed on the show because she's so bizarre and odd. It's a comedic, she brings comedic moments that this show needs because it's so dark without her presence. So, Andy, I hope she signed a 3-season check. Oh, that's all I want to say. I feel 7 episodes in, Joellen is still talking about Rula. She don't care. She don't care, and she knows. And if you guys are her friend, you know that she's trying to not talk about that husband because she doesn't want to film with the mistress. And woman to woman, have her back on that. Because that's what's happening. It's very obvious that the mistress is trying to get on the show, and she's using Joellen. So Rula doesn't want to show up to stuff because she knows the more she talks about this lady, it's going to give her a position in the show. I don't know if she's going to be in the show next season because the way everybody talked about her, who knows? But it's just you know what the girl is doing. She don't want to talk about her. She doesn't want to legitimize this lady because she knows if she does, her and that lady, they're going to be cast members. And who wants to be a cast member with your current husband's mistress? Come on, Joellen, be a girl's girl. That's all I have to say about that. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Oh, just Jonathan said a black summer house would be Sag Harbor. That is the Black Hamptons. Issue is they have to get people connected to the area. And I don't think those wealthy Black people are going to want people to know that they're there. Absolutely not. Love Like You Are said the way Liz wasn't feeling when that water slide came out, she left. Liz saw that water slide and said, I'm not doing this. And I felt her. I'm y'all in the castle and y'all doing a water slide? Yeah, no. CM said, I'm going to just be there laughing when Rula exposes Joellen's truth. I hope that's not the case. Your sister, I hope that's not the case. She really loves her big sister. That would be terrible. Ethan Empty said, I still can't believe the mistress has a stake in the company. I can't believe it. Because I think this has been going on for a very, very long time. And this is my thing for Rula. Why would you come on the show knowing this? What? I know you don't want to film with the lady, but she's so involved in your life, and you came on the show where you got to talk about your life. People don't think this show through at all. Neglectic said, I have to say that I did enjoy seeing Joellen and Alicia bond and trust each other with their past. Mm-hmm. So Steph said, The mama was jealous of Joellen and sexualized her at a young age. She saw her competition, in my opinion. Joellen is beautiful. I think not just the mother. I think the mother and the sister did that to her. I think they were intimidated by her beauty for whatever reason. And they linked up against her and made that young lady's childhood really, really horrible. Love Like You Are said, JoJo's mom shouldn't be watching her kids like 3 times in behavioral shouldn't be watching her kids like 3 times in a behavioral center with people that have sexual assault and murder crimes is crazy. I think that's Joe Ellen's way of repairing her relationship with her mom. You know, it's always the kid trying to get it right with the parent. Unfortunately. Miss Gigi said, we did? They were showing her in the trailer, so I thought that we weren't going to see her until later. Oh my gosh. Love Like You Are said, Rula was sick in bed with full glam. Exactly. Exactly. Princess said her mom wouldn't be watching the kids if I'm Joellen, period. Give Me Shelter said, Joellen's mom sounds like Carrie White's mom from Carrie. They're all going to laugh at you. Something's going on there. Social Stuff said, Rula probably has bad anxiety. Calls from that man. Kimberly said, I think Rula has situational depression. Calls from that man. NC44713 said, I wonder what Joellen's mom's side of the story is. I'm not saying Joe is lying, but at the same time, I need to see her mom's reaction when she's confronted. That will tell me everything I need to know. True. BY said, I was thinking about that. Rula's husband may be causing her illness. Probably. Kaylee said, haven't watched this franchise yet. Y'all recommend it. I was disappointed with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and only had room for Atlanta. Rhode Island is good. Like, they get into it right away. And if I were you, I would get in on it and watch it because I feel like a majority of this cast is probably going to be locked up next season. NC said, Rula is 1,000% faking sick. She was lying her A off in that confessional scene because she doesn't want them to talk about the husband. But it's just like, what else are we going to talk about? We don't know you for anything else. Miss Gigi said the producers are feeding her these stories about the husband. Oh, it's absolutely a setup, but it's just like nobody's going to see the producers doing that, Joellen. We're just seeing you. Kimberly said, I was constantly ill until I decided to divorce. Situational depression has physical symptoms. Yep. Spency said, Rula is definitely getting sick because of that man. Absolutely. Spency also said, Rosie is the worst bone carrier. Yes. Because you can't carry a bone and then get scared. And now you're nauseous because people are clocking you. That's the bone carrier position. Love Like You Are said, Ashley cried like 4 times this episode. One of the cry was justified because it was for her son. Yes. It was for her baby. McGlucky said, when Ashley started crying, I had flashback to Bachelor shows. Listen, she made them shows. Her cuckoo-ness, it worked. Ramel said, yes, I'm tired of them bringing up the mistress at this point. Let Rula be dumb. Because y'all see that she don't want to talk about that lady. So why are we forcing it? Social Stuff said, they said the mistress had planned to crash. Yep, the horse polo event. That's why they left. Yep. And with Joe Ellen constantly talking about her, the mistress is going to have to appear. And she's been trying. Zora said, I don't blame Rula. I wouldn't want her profiting off of her storyline. Yep. BY said, I wish I saw Ashley on The Bachelor show. I stopped watching that show. There are too many episodes to remember. I was getting bored. She was so wackadoodle. It was just great TV. Beverly Hills is next. Afro chick. Romel said, I'm late. I'm really enjoying this Rhode Island show. My favorite on Bravo right now. Me too. Cameron said, I like Gotti Island, but Nikki, I wanted to know how Mama Star's Mother's Day was yesterday.
Oh.
How was it, Mama Star?
I had a beautiful day on yesterday. I danced. I hung out. Nikki cooked a fabulous meal. Chef Nikki cooked. And I just watched, I got a couple of sports games that I watched, and I just enjoyed myself. I didn't want to do anything outside of the house. I asked the girls to do that for me. They pampered me on Saturday. And I had a good time. Thank you so much for asking.
NC said Ashley is going to bat for Rosie too much. If it was reciprocated, that would be one thing, but it isn't. I barely saw a reaction from Rosie when Ashley was emotional over her baby being sick. Rosie doesn't care. She needs an ally. And when Rosie gets in the good graces of Kelsey and Liz, Ashley is gone. Give Me Shelter said, I don't know. I peeked in on Joe Ellen, her husband and her sister on Watch What Happens Live. They denied fooling around, but Joe Ellen's sister has chemistry with the husband. Yeah. And he's kind of a Joe Gorga type. I ain't feeling him.
Oh, they done had some relations. And I'm not talking about in the 7th grade.
BY said, last night, Joe Ellen, her husband, and Gary and her sister were on Watch What Happens Live last night.
It's going to get thick after a while.
Joe said, Joe Ellen's mom sounds like Kathy Hilton. Y'all know about her, right? And how she sent Paris Hilton to a behavioral camp and Paris was assaulted. Kaylee said, LOL, not the ladies will be in prison. Okay, I'll add it to my list. Oh, yeah, they're getting locked up. I was a little confused on who's who in the clip. Oh, they're all Dolores variants, but it's good. It's good. Spitzy says, happy belated Mother's Day, Mama Star.
Thank you, my love.
BY said, good to hear, Mama Star.
Thank you.
Nona said, hi, Nikki and Mama Star. Love you, ladies. Love you too, Nona. Romel said, I'm enjoying Rhode Island way better than Atlanta, and that's sad. I'm actually not enjoying them more than Atlanta. I think Atlanta is you think
Atlanta is hot.
Atlanta is bringing it. You think their Rhode Island is better than not the way your teeth commingle, them incestuous teeth? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let's close out with Beverly Hills. I'm so glad we're here. I'm so glad it's over. What a horrible season. What a horrible season. I am so glad that we are here. And since we're here, Andy, where do we go? They hate each other. Where do we go from here? What kind of show are we going to have now that everybody hates each other? The Coles Cash Karens, they don't like each other. So now what? What do we do? The fan base hates Bose. What do we do? They don't like Amanda. What do we do? Jennifer Tilly is the best thing that happened to the show, but she's a side character to Polly Pocket. What? You had no show. What? I'm just like gagged. I feel like they're going to bring them all back. It's foolish at this point. It's going the way of Orange County, and I hate it. Dorit screamed at everyone for no reason. It was just her screaming. Nobody elevated their voice, but Dorit screamed at everyone. Like, it gets to a point. How do you feel with somebody who was like in that rage? Like, she don't have no allies but Bose, and Bose is afraid of her. I am not going to sit there and watch a whole season of this Black woman being afraid to, hold her friend accountable. You know what? There might be some people who will eat that up, though. People who like got a slavery porn fetish, they might eat that up. But it's just like, it's ridiculous. She's angry, like she don't like nobody. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? And the friendship with Dorit and Kyle is done. They can't go back from it, especially since Dorit said that Kyle can get people fired from the show. I said, we're telling secrets now. Oh, we're telling secrets, and Andy gonna act like that doesn't happen. Dorit was just like, Erica told me. Erica told me that Kyle can get rid of people on this show. She was telling the truth. But that's how bad these two are, that now they're going to be telling everybody's tea. Now, if it's going to be a messy season like that, let's go. But it just seems like it's going to be another negative season. You got to fix it, bro. You got to fix it. And here's the thing. I can't stand Dorit, but she cleared Kyle and Erica at that reunion. Oh, it's like she was waiting. She was waiting to whack them. Everything that they said, she was like, oh, no, because remember you said this? Bam. Like she did not care, because when Erica said to Dorit that, you know what, we just need to break in our friendship, and Dorit was like, oh, that's very interesting, because I remember somebody who told me, somebody who said that if you want to know who your real friends are, go through something tragic when you need them. So now that I'm going through something, you want to throw me away? And Erica's just like, listen, I love you, but it's just really hard to love you. And she was just like, well, we've been there for you. So when it comes to me, now you want to throw me away? And I was like, I can't stand that lady, but she making sense.
Okay.
She making sense. Erica was awful to them for seasons because of what she was going through with her sponsor. Cussing them out, raging at them, screaming at them, crying. I'm going through so much. Nobody cares about me. Saying that they haven't been there for her. Dorit was like, so me saying that Bose has been a better friend to me at this time than you have is a bad thing. But you said the same thing. Like, she was ready for them. She was clocking them at every chance she could get, and she was making sense. Had Erica stuck. I was just like, oh, I don't think this can be repaired, because Dorit is on a warpath. I do not feel like they are going to be able to fix this. And she was making sense. Let's get to Bose. I cannot believe that Bose is coming at Amanda like this. It's just so weird. It's like there's no reason to have an issue with that lady. Now, I don't know. Maybe the show gave Amanda a favorable edit, but Bose, from what we've seen, I just don't know why you're mad. Like, I don't understand why you're mad at that lady. And the way she was speaking to her, I'm like, you're not Dorit, Bose. It's not going to work for you. It already isn't working out for you, because that fan base turned on you with the quickness. The same fan base that said they love you because they didn't like Garcelle, now that you're raising your voice to a white woman, oh, they're calling you everything but a child of God. They are dragging you, and you used to eat up their compliments of you when they were happy that you replaced a black woman that they didn't like. Now, how the turntables, child.
Who?
Bose.
Okay.
And also, it's just like, not me standing up for a white woman, but I'm just like, what did she do? I still don't know. I still do not know what Amanda has done to like warrant this. And even when Bose apologized, her apology to Amanda for saying that she didn't call her Pinocchio, her apology to her was still like hostile. And I'm just like, I don't understand where this energy is coming from. And Amanda's always apologizing. Let's move on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And then her and Dorit is getting on, Dorit and Bose is getting on Amanda for being upset about how they treated her on the anniversary of her son's death, saying that she tried to use that to get sympathy. What? Her child died. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand the beef, but I think that Bose, she took a shot and it didn't work. Like, her calculations was off. She thought that Amanda was going to be somebody that she could go after. She allowed the applause to get to her, and she thought that she could move in this group like a white woman. So because everybody else don't like Amanda, you feel like, oh, not only do I not like her, I'm gonna go after her even harder to show y'all how loyal and dedicated I am to the Coast Cash Karens. But now the fan base is just like, oh, you doing too much, because what is this lady doing? And even though I'm not a fan of how Bose treated Garcelle, I'm not saying this because I'm not a fan of hers, right? I'm saying this because I haven't seen anything. And it's for the whole cast. I don't know what it is about this lady that got y'all like this. It's not making sense. And the only thing that I could come up with is that, oh, she's younger. And the only reason why I would say that is because that's how you treat every woman that is young in this group. Y'all are nasty. And everyone's just like, oh, don't let Amanda come back. What did she do not to come back? She took all them old, mean, miserable broads on and did not back down. Paid them dust. We need a housewife like that. I'm not saying I enjoyed her, but I liked how she did not let them intimidate her. You got money, so do I. Manifest that. She's a harmless character. I don't think that she should go. I don't think that she should go. I will say this. I have never seen Bose scared before on this show. And when Bravo pulled that clip of that conversation with Bose and Kyle, because here's the thing. Kyle set Bose up. Kyle had that conversation with Bose on camera. She didn't need to have the conversation with Bose on camera if she cared about her friend, right? Dorit caught it. That's why that's why she wasn't mad at Bose. She knew it was a setup. But when she was on the phone with Bose talking about Dorit's financial situation, the fear in Bose's eyes. And I'm looking, I'm just like, well, what is she going to do to you? And Dorit looked at her. I said, oh, this is embarrassing. This is so gone with the wind coded. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Bose, I hate that this is what your resume is going to be reduced to. Dorit's flunky. Where is this show going to go, y'all? What are we going to do? What is like? They're never going to get rid of Kyle. I don't think they're ever going to get rid of this cast. So what are we going to do? Who are they negotiating with? Like, oh, let it go. Bring Miami back. Bring Miami back. Princess says, Kathy putting on her hunky-dory act. We see you. I will say, this was the first time I've ever seen her stand up for Kyle. She was like, Dorit, you know, I see my baby sister trying to make something work with you, and you are not forgiving. You're forgiving of Erica, but not her. Why? I thought Dorit was going to cuss her out. But I will say I did like that. I like that she was standing up for Kyle, and Kyle actually liked that too. I think Kyle really wants to have a big sister, but the number that her mother did on those girls, it's not there. But I think she felt really good seeing Kathy stick up for her. Ifra Empathy said, Beverly Hills was a waste of time. Dorit is tired. Kyle is tired. Erica, Sutton, etc. I don't understand who still loves this cast. It seems like Andy is the only one. Spency said, I'm watching Potomac where Monique and Candace are going to. Ooh, Spency. That's where everything changed. Afro Chick said, I'm glad you said it, Nikki. I can't stand to hear Dorit scream an entire episode. It was a lot. Like every word was her screaming. And I'm just like, you've never been popped before because you only got one time to do all that screaming with me. Princess says, I like Atlanta too, but I always look at Rhode Island first. I'm more interested in the Rhode Island girls. I can see that. They're new. Princess said, and Andy justifies this nonsense because of Beverly Hills high ratings. I'm starting to not believe it anymore. Because they used to do that with Orange County. I'm starting to not believe that that's true. BY said, I need a break from Beverly Hills. Dorit refuses to be accountable. All of them are unlikable. Yeah, who are you going to root for? CM said, Dorit did all of that just to get proven wrong in real time, and it didn't matter. Miss Brown Sugar said, why would Andy and Co fix anything when people still keep watching Beverly Hills regardless? You're right. Miss Brown Sugar said, they'll probably just drop Dorit and keep it moving. Child, speaking of Dorit, I got some tea. Where is it? I totally forgot about it. This is from that messy lawyer guy, Ronald Richards. Hold on. Let me take this comment off. Bombshell filings in the Dorit, poor Reed Kemsley and Paul Kemsley divorce. Dorit is extorting Paul for immediate $50,000 payments, or she will expose him. She is spending $102,000 per month. Oh gosh, me next. Mostly on high-end shopping. There is a battery of text messages between them that are too much to post here for now. A well-known RA attorney also submitted a declaration showing the property Dorit lives in is facing 2 foreclosures from 2 different lenders with over $6,538,634 in debt and mounting daily. There is not much equity to save here after commissions. Dorit has an abusive and unrealistic spending problem just like Erica Girardi. He cannot stand them housewives. Paul is hanging on for dear life here. It was sad reading his papers. We will filter out some of the messages and more later. And none of this played out on the show. That's what I'm saying. Their lives are interesting off the show. What is happening there? What is happening there? Joe said, I already didn't like Bose because of Garcelle thing, but she really lost me when she had me siding with the white lady scammer. Like, that's the thing. I don't think they realized they made her likable. Them hating her made that lady likable. Like, what y'all tried to do backfired. Kaylee said, I agree, Nikki. Dorit had some hits against Kyle and Erica I couldn't deny. I said, ooh. What? She said, oh, well, I distinctly remember somebody saying that you want to know who your real friends are. And when she gets into that Erica voice, I said, oh, she got you. Oh, she got you. And then Erica going to act like she crying. I'm like, girl, don't cry now. Don't cry now. BY said, I'm glad Beverly Hills is over. Too much. It is a mess. NC said, Dorit is most aggressive housewife on Bravo, in my opinion. I agree. No, Jen Shah. Second to Jen Shah. But notice how the fan base will never label her aggressive. Oh, we know why. We know why. WNC said, I no longer watch Beverly Hills for Garcelle reasons, but Dorit saying that about Kyle confirms what Camille said about Kyle and producing behind the scenes on season 1. I'm tired of bad people getting, that's the thing. We need the good guys to win at some point. We got to balance this out. And it's so much loss. I agree. We need some good guys winning. Social Seth said Bowles thought because the group didn't like Amanda that the audience would side with her. And now that, the show is airing or is wrapped up airing, and the women realize that the fan base does not like how Dorit treated Amanda, she gonna have a difficult season. Afro Chick said Bo's telling Amanda how she would grieve her baby was crazy. But what was even crazier was her responses to her. I'm like, okay, what happened? Why are you talking to her like, I didn't say it? Wait, I just didn't understand it. It was just so weird. And Bose has never talked to anybody like that before. So, whoa, don't do that with me. What are you? Huh? I missed everything. And this is me, guys. This is me. I try my best not to find fault in the Black woman, but my God, today, what did the white lady do? I'm so confused. And I've watched every episode. I don't know why they don't like Amanda. It's crazy. CM said because Amanda is herself through and through, and she's so non-confrontational. The way they dragged her on the death of her son, or on her son's anniversary death day, the way they talked to her, I'm like, yikes! I don't get it. I don't get it. Romel said, it seems like she doesn't like Amanda and that's okay. But it's like it's starting to turn into bullying because we don't see the reason, Bose. Like there's just nothing that she's never come for you. And the one time that she has said something about you was in a confessional where they make y'all be messy. But there's nothing in the season that warrants your reaction to Amanda. It's so weird. Kyle set her up. She wanted to show Dorit. Oh, look how your pet is talking about you, girl. Oh, she's not really your friend. That's exactly what she wanted to do, but Dorit caught it. And Dorit was like, I've already talked to Bose about that. So Dorit, here's the thing. They've been friends, so Dorit knows all of Kyle's moves. And that's what's frustrating Kyle, is that she cannot get over on Dorit with that nonsense. Ephraim said they could not handle Amanda, and that's what tickled me. She just existed, and they hated her for it. That's the thing. She paid them dust. That's why I started liking her, because they would drag her and say other stuff about her, and she was like, okay. What you gonna do? She's not affected by your nonsense. She's not intimidated by any of you guys. She does not care. So why are you still harping on it? NC said the audience originally liked Bose not only because they hated Garcelle, but also because she was playing mammy to their white supremacist MAGA queen Dorit. And Bose's silly self just ate it up. Ciao. Romel said if they're going to start letting people go, they should start with Sutton. Oh, it's been time for her to go. I don't think that Sutton was ever a good addition to Atlanta. Like it, not Atlanta, Beverly Hills. Like when she came in, she was doing a little something. Then she fizzled out so quickly. It was just like, okay, Sutton was supposed to be the money. She came in and stopped doing all that and started to like try to join the clique. And we're just like, what are we doing? Love Like You Are said the way Andy snapped at Buffy the Vampire Slayer because she said the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was whack, and she was right. She was right, child. That's his baby. I think Beverly Hills and Orange County, those are his babies, and you can't say nothing about them. He will never see the truth about those shows. BY said PK and Dorit divorce is getting nasty. She is so delusional. Does she think the money grows on trees? Well, she gave up everything to be this man's wife and be a mother to their children. I think that will be good seeing her figure it out. But it's like, girl, you're going to need to be nicer to these people. I would be surprised if she don't come back. And Dorit, you cannot miss this check. Cameron said, baby, I hollered when she said that Rachel was the only one out of the group who's been to the Met Gala. And Bo said, excuse me, what about me? Andy doesn't really feature her. And he loves himself some Garcelle. He does not really care for Bose. Princess said, never watches Bose's CMO-inspired reality show. Good rid. Oh, yeah, that show got canceled. I mean, it wasn't advertised really well. I've only seen Bose advertise it. I don't think Jimmy Fallon advertised that. Joe said, but Dorit knew PK was a crook when she married him, so she's a crook too. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. WNC said, what happened to PK building a $2 billion company by himself? That's what Dorit said to Camille in front of everyone. Well, BY said Ronald Richards was involved with the claim against Erica and her diamond earrings. He was trying to find money for the victims of Erica and Tom. So I'm not surprised he mentioned Erica. Oh, he can't stand them housewives. He cannot stand them. Give Me Shelter said the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast is an exercise in mediocrity, failing upward in entitlement and prostitution, child. They want the audience to allow them to just show up on screen and do nothing. They are bigger in their heads than in reality. Romel said they should have kept Doritos in their pocket because a person like her, you don't want to fall out with because they know tea. Also, she's in a state of rage right now because she's fighting for everything in this divorce. You can't touch her right now. You just got to let her be angry. Ciara said agreed because Bose was annoyed with Amanda asking, why are you always mosquitoing me? Well, girl, probably because you don't shut up saying slick mess about Amanda. All of them. It wasn't just Bose. It was just like, we don't know why you don't like her. And because she is able to handle y'all clapbacks flawlessly, we're starting to like her. Y'all made her likable. Kaylee said the gag is they know each other's moves. That's why Dorit is unlikable because Kyle knows you won't take accountability. Yeah, it's just like they know each other's moves. And they know each other's tea. If we're going to go there, let's go there. Because when Andy was asking Kyle about her marriage and, you know, how she would do if it ever fell apart, Dorit was like, we would never know. Yeah. And Kyle was like, excuse me. She was just like, would you really tell us if you were going through with Mo? Would you really be honest about that? I was like, oh, let's stay right here, child. Megan said Sutton lost sight of the fact with Garcelle that she was a star. Why she wanted to be on the other side, I'll never know. Well, because she didn't want to be the sidekick to a black woman. She'd rather be a sidekick to a white woman than a black woman who she does not value. Give Me Shelter said, I don't like Dorit, but Kyle was campaigning. She tried to do to Bowles and Dorit what she did to Sutton and Tilly in the beginning. Yep, Kyle is stupid because Dorit saw what she did with Sutton and said, that's the thing. Dorit was catching her every move and said, nope, uno reverse. Miss Gigi said, I feel like it was bad time to release a show like that CMO show. People are over corporations. Yeah, I think the show was bad timing. Had it been years ago, it probably would have worked, but now, no. We're going to end with Miss Brown Sugar. Miss Brown Sugar said, Andy does not rate Bose at all. I can tell that much from the clips. He's so clear about his faves and those he don't like. Yeah, I don't think that he doesn't like her. He just don't feature her. She is just not somebody he will rock with. We're going to actually end with Joe. Joe said the fact that Kyle purchased a house with that Morgan woman in Tennessee, and there's not a peep about it, speaks to how Kyle has too much power on the show. She bought a house with Morgan. And she always justifies not telling her business with, oh, I told my business for 20 years. That's the job. You got to keep on telling your business. If you don't want to do that, get off the show. She bought a house with Morgan? Andy, you got to do better. You got to do better. This is unacceptable. You fired Kenya because she got married and didn't tell you. The report real estate with her lover. A mess. Anyway, you guys, I would stay here longer, but I got to hop into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Thank you all so much for stopping by. If you like what you see here, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Give your girl a like, please. It helps me grow on the YouTube algorithm. Hype this video up, and I will see you for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Love you all. Have a good night, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be. See you soon. Mwah! Bye. I can't believe she got a house.